We start today with the impeachment of President Joe Biden, which of course is not happening for right now. Republicans are launching an impeachment inquiry into Joe Biden. Congresswoman Nancy Mace went on CNN last week, was asked for evidence and said, we don't have it. That's why we're doing the inquiry, to look for the evidence. This made no sense. She was roundly humiliated. Hundreds of thousands of you watched our clip on the matter and widely thought this is a very strange way to pursue the truth by saying, we don't have evidence, but let's investigate someone and see what we find. Well, Nancy Mace apparently has not gotten any better talking points over the weekend because she went back on TV yesterday, was interviewed on ABC, and she still has no evidence nor any semblance of evidence. Let's take a look at what she had to say. This is difficult to watch.
Let me also ask you, before you go, the impeachment inquiry that McCarthy announced, even though he had said he wouldn't do it without a vote, and then a few days later he does it without a vote. I want to read you something that Ken Buck, one of your Republican colleagues, had to say in a Washington Post op-ed of the impeachment inquiry. He said, impeachment is a serious matter and should have a foundation of rock-solid facts. Trump's impeachment in 2019 was a disgrace to the Constitution and is a disservice to Americans. The GOP's reprise in 2023 is no better. He says these allegations against the Biden family are part of an imagined history and a fictitious version of events. Was this premature, going all the way with an impeachment inquiry?
I don't believe so. The facts are everywhere. There are text messages, there are emails, there are witnesses, there are whistleblowers, there are meetings, there are phone calls, there are dinners. And you can't say, hey, there's a little bit of smoke, we're not going to follow the fire. And the inquiry, my understanding is, as you said earlier, gives us expanded subpoena powers. I want the bank records of Joe Biden. All of that should be on the table to prove out the allegations in the SARS reports. We're talking about a significant sum of money. We are talking about bribery. And in the Constitution, Article 2, Section 4, that is the basis for impeachment.
There's no evidence of bribery.
There are witnesses. The 1023 form, there are,
And you've been investigating. I mean, you're on the over.
You know, it would take us an hour to go through all of the lies. There are witnesses in the 1023 form, which witnesses they can't find or who, upon being found, said, I actually never spoke to Joe Biden. The bottom line is, the analogy she's using is, there are all of these examples of smoke. And so at some point, you've got to wonder, is there smoke because there's fire? Except imagine that it's not really smoke, it's water vapor. And you go, oh, water vapor actually isn't indicative of fire. It's water vapor. That's what's going on here. Now, I promise to you, and I have made this promise before, and I will make it again, proudly and strongly. If they find evidence against Joe Biden, either through the fishing expedition, even if it's through the fishing expedition or outside of it, I will tell you, Hunter Biden is now being prosecuted again. Good, go. I mean, if there's evidence, go and prosecute the guy. I'm not looking to stand in the way of justice, but the evidence so far is missing. And there is no reason to believe that what Republicans are doing now is justice. It appears that what they are trying to do now is revenge. Here's another guy, by the way. This is Congressman Michael McCaul. He also went on TV and he also says, we don't have evidence, but maybe we'll find it. I don't know. We might come across some.
That's right. Well, first of all, I've been tasked by the Speaker to assist the oversight and government reform with respect to foreign policy decisions the president may have made, or vice president at that time, with respect to money coming in, to try to tie the two. We don't have the evidence now, but we may find it later.
Yeah, we're trying to tie random phone calls to bribery. We're trying to tie text messages between a father and his son to illegal influence peddling. We're trying. We don't have the evidence right now. We don't have it, but it's possible that we will get it. And I hope, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I hope that if they don't find the evidence, they won't make it up out of thin air, because that would really be inappropriate. But it is not beyond modern MAGA Trumpism. So that's where we are right now. It's sort of like the search for Nicole Brown Simpson's real killer continues to go on. The search for the evidence against Joe Biden will continue. But, if they don't actually find it, maybe it's something that they could concoct some other way. I hope that they don't stoop to that. We know they're capable of it. We know they're willing to do it. But let's wait and see before we get to that.